What's up, my fellow beasts? Your boy Bad Beast here, back with another combo video. And guys, we've got the long awaited Black Manta this time, so let's go ahead and get into it. As always, guys, we're starting off with the character breakdown so you can learn how to use Black Manta. Guys, if you already know how to use Black Manta and you just want to see the combos, go ahead and check the description. I'll leave the timestamp for the start of the combos there. But as always, we're just going to start with the character power. This is Float, and you just press circle for this, guys, B for the Xbox like always. So he just kind of floats up with his jetpack, and you can use this to get away or get in on your opponent. You can use it in the air to start up in the air, or you can use it on the ground to kind of just go up on the ground and float up. If you hold circle, he'll go higher, and if you just hold down, he'll come down. So you guys can see that there. If you use X while you're with this move, he'll use his I-beams to do a little bit of damage, kind of send him back. It's good to come down with like your dagger or something like that. You can press triangle to come down with your dagger, or you can press square to kind of swipe at him like that. So it's good to use for like air if you're trying to fight somebody in the air or something like that. Or if you're just kind of get close to your opponent from far away, you're just trying to float in, because he goes high enough that it's gonna kind of be hard to hit him with the air effects. If you get high enough and you come in quick enough, they might not see it coming. So it's good to use for that, or if you want to use it to get away pretty quickly, you can do that too. So good to come down on your opponents hitting triangle or X or something like that. He can do the attacks and get in really well. So if you guys go up to the top and you want to come down immediately instead of floating down like this, just hit L2 and he'll come down immediately, so you don't have to wait for the jetpack to start back up, or to you know slowly descend you down like that. So go ahead and just hit L2 and he'll come down immediately. Next, guys, we have Manta Rays. This is just back forward square, back forward X for the Xbox. Now Manta Rays is just a ray of beams out of his eyes, so he kind of does this. It's good for a little close-up damage. If you meter burn it, he'll send them flying and do even more damage. So it's good to get in on your opponents and kind of stun them with an attack like that. Or if you want to push them back and do a little more damage, you can meter burn it and he will send them flying. Give yourself a little time to think and stuff like that. If you want to put these in combos, guys, this is good to chain in a combo and stuff like that, as you can see there. So if you chain it a combo, meter burn it, it'll do, you know, a pretty good little amount of damage, and it'll send them flying. Give you some time to think. It's good to use your meter burns with things like these, so you can do a little extra damage and also give yourself some time to think, so that you can figure out what you want to do next. Additionally, guys, we have Shark Attack. This is just back forward triangle, back forward Y for the Xbox. You use this, he kind of lunges forward and just picks him up and slams him to the ground. This is a good grappling move. You can use this in combos and he will do a little extra damage. I like to put this one on the end of combos to kind of help out with a little more damage and give yourself a little more time to think, just like the last one. So when you are doing this, you can also meter burn it if you'd like, and he will pick them back up and shoot them with his I-beam and send them across the screen like that. So it's good to do a little extra amount of damage, guys. You can also use this attack pretty far away and it'll get in on your opponents. As you can see there, I was across the screen. So you can use this to lunge in. You can use this after combos. It's a really versatile move and I like it a lot. After that, guys, we have Torpedo Cannon, and just like Shark Attack, guys, I forgot to mention you can use Shark Attack in the air. You can also use Torpedo Cannon in the air. So basically, guys, what this is he brings out a little cannon of missiles from his shoulder, and it's not real long range, it's kind of short range. If you do it from far, it'll kind of blow up halfway there. So if you do this and then meter burn it, he will send out a second one and it will bounce them up. Guys, this is really good to catch your opponent off guard and stun them. And if you meter burn it, you can use the bounce up to do an extra combo. So if you want to meter burn it and do something like that, you can do something like that. Or if you want to use a couple of meters, you can use the Torpedo Cannon. If you catch them with it, go ahead and chain another combo into it like so. So you can see, guys, it can be used to catch your opponent off guard, stun them, things like that. It's pretty good to use to make sure you can get some extra combos in. Also, we have Rising Tide. This is just down forward X, down forward A for the Xbox, guys. Basically what he does on this is he goes into the ground and comes up with an uppercut, And if you use this from any distance, and it doesn't really matter where, he will close the distance and do this uppercut. So if you can connect with this, you can do a lot of extra damage. You can also put this in combos at the same time. It works just as well. So if you guys meter burn this, he will come up and then bounce them onto the ground. So it does an extra bounce, so you guys can combo something else on with it. So you can see right there that it can be used to combo things up. It can also be used to close the distance and do a little extra damage on your opponents. If they're trying to zone, you can get in with this. It's kind of used, you can use it kind of as a teleport or something like that. It's kind of seen that way, so you can uppercut them if you connect with it. Even if you don't connect with it, you've closed the distance and you are now in on your opponent, especially if they've trapped themselves in a corner and they're trying to zone from a corner. This is really good to get in on your opponent, so you can start to try and trap them in that corner and do things like that. Alright, and lastly for the special moves, guys, we have Harpoon. You can do this in the air as well, so if you jump and do this in the air, he'll shoot it down. But you just use it by pressing down back X, down back A for the Xbox. He just shoots a harpoon out, guys. He pulls them closer and then shoots an I-beam like that. So if you meter burn this during the middle of it when he pulls it to them, guys, it will just do a little extra damage. It doesn't really change the move, it just does an extra amount of damage. So you can kind of use this when you're doing combos and whatnot, do a little bit of extra damage, or if you're trying to maybe get yourself out of a corner or something like that, you can pull your opponent into the corner instead. It's good to use so that you can kind of change the tide of battle, or maybe change the side that you want to be on. It's good to use if you're zoning, or if you want to get them closer, he can shoot it far and pull them like that. So it's really good to use to switch sides, or maybe zone on them, or pull them closer if you need to, do a little bit of extra damage out of a combo. Just remember that. And now for the last part of the breakdown, guys, as always, I know a lot of you like to just skip the big combos, you don't feel like you can do them, and just use your super move when you save up your super meters because you don't really know how to use them. Well, that's fine. I'm just going to show you how to make sure to connect with your super move every time, so that you're just not doing it here and there and missing and using up all your meters for no reason. So basically what you're going to do is use in the fear, and that's square, triangle, X. It looks like that, and then all you're going to do is connect it right after the third hit and use your R2 and L2, or right trigger and left trigger for Xbox, and he will do the super move. So you're just going to do in the fear, do the triggers, and there you have it. Okay, now for the big combo, guys. You are going to start off with in the fear. This combo isn't very long, guys, but it's effective. So just in the fear, square, triangle, X, X, Y, A for the Xbox, looks like that. Next, you're going to add in rising tide, guys, and you're going to meter burn this. So you're going to do in the fear. Once he does the third hit, meter burn it, and it'll look like that. So he bounces him up, and then you'll do it into your next part. After rising tide, you're going to use piranha bites. This is just triangle, square, or YX for Xbox. When you use it, he does 4 hits like that, guys, just off of these 2 buttons. So just remember that. Make sure that you allow him to do all 4 hits before you do the next move after this. So basically, you're just going to do in the fear, rising tide, and then piranha bites. So just make sure for the last part of the combo that you allow him to do all 4 hits. So this is the last part of the combo. Shark attack. So shark attack is back forward triangle, guys, back forward Y. You may have already seen this if you watch the breakdown as well, but you just use it and he'll lunge forward and do an attack like that. You can meter burn it if you want to do a little extra damage, guys. You can use 2 meters if you meter burn it. It's only 1 if you don't meter burn it, but I recommend meter burning it so you get the maximum amount of damage out of this that you can. So when you put it all together, it's going to look like this. Additionally, guys, I have a second combo for you if you'd like to use it. It uses 3 meters, but it does more damage. So you're going to start off with Merciless Mercenary. It's just triangle and then down X or Y and down A for the Xbox. So you do it, and he just looks like that. 3 hits. He does the kick in the shin, and it stuns him. And you're going to come to the next part, which is water pressure. Guys, you just press back R2 after the combo to do this, or down back R2, whichever one you're more comfortable with. Basically, this is just your back X move. So he just, you know, bounces them across the screen. That's why it's called a bounce cancel. You're going to do it after the combo. So when he does all 3 hits, you just hit it and he'll throw them across the screen like that. Additionally, you're going to add Manta being, guys, is just jumping and pressing X, jumping and pressing A for the Xbox. When you use this, it's going to be right after water pressure, guys, and you're going to jump right after they bounce off the screen and hit the jumping and pressing X or A if you're on Xbox. If you have any trouble adding this to the whole combo, go ahead and just do the normal version of water pressure, which is back and X. So you're going to use back and X and they'll bounce across the screen, and then you go ahead and practice by jumping and hitting X so that you practice it into the combo. Once you get comfortable with it, go ahead and put it into the whole thing and it'll look like this. Next, you're going to add in the fear. This is just square triangle X, XYA for the Xbox, looks like this. So when you put the whole thing in the combo, it's going to look like this. Lastly, guys, you're going to use Shark Attack. Now this is the last part of the combo, and it's just back forward triangle, back forward Y for the Xbox. So when you use it all together, it's going to look like this. Alright, that's it, my fellow beasts. I hope this helped you out, and if it did and you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like. That really helps me out. If you want to see more Injustice 2 content and other things, new releases I'll be doing in the future, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. I will see you guys next time, and remember, as always, stay beastly, my friends.